Okay, Ben, your box arrived today, so let's go ahead and get it opened up. Okay. Wow, very cool, very nice. Let's zoom down a bit more here. Take a very close look at what you sent. All right, so. Alright, so. This is a 1970 6105 8009, which is a US resist version. I like this. This is really nice. So you got a domed pip here, which is cool, kind of a fisheye. Very nice hands and dial. Everything looks really nice. It's got a sapphire crystal, which isn't my preference, just because of that blue hint of that it casts. Give me one moment. Let me just get the prints off of here. These normally would have come with either a Type 1 or Type 2, which is a higher dome than this. This is a flat dome crystal, or like a Type 3. But that's okay. We can talk about whether you want a different style or not. This is a nice crystal. It's in good shape. It's just whether you want to keep the sapphire. All right. Well, condition-wise, very, very clean. It's got its life marks, but otherwise the brushing is really good. These sort of what are azimuthal rings around the case are still in very good shape. It's got a correct crown, which of course we're going to rebuild. So this is February 1970. Really clean example. Just has basic dirt from being worn. It's got a fairly serious scuff here and a bit of a line there. Otherwise, this side is fairly clean, never polished. All original case lines are there, nice and sharp. Just a good little watch. Insert looks good. These don't have a click, they are simply just a friction bezel. They have a spring that looks something like this, or sometimes they'll have one that's got a bunch of bends along the way, but this was sort of the standard for this. Sometimes they get replaced with the ones that are made. This one feels a little stiff. That might just be grime underneath the bezel, but it is a bit stiff. So who knows? We'll see. We'll see what's under there. I want to go ahead and take a look at your movement, so I'm going to try and take your case back off, and we'll go ahead and try and put some power in rather than shaking the heck out of the watch to get power into it. I just want to directly put it in. But that's going to require a little bit more persuasion. I'll be right back. Okay, so back is loosened, but we're going to take this off together so you can see what I see. Okay. So not bad, not bad. Dani Seiko Company Limited, which is correct. And looks like J1073 something X, not sure. There's a mark in the back, so somebody has serviced this in the past. What past that is, I'm not sure. That's hard to know from somebody else's service marks. However, I will say it's definitely not seen a ton of moisture. There are new-ish seals, although it's not quite the right seal for this. Check your arbor ports here. It's a little floppy. Yeah. They're always worn. Nothing you can do about that. Everything looks pretty good though. It's a little bit hazy. It doesn't quite have that sheen that a freshly serviced movement should have. A lot of that's just due to atmospheric moisture sort of getting past the crown and making its way in. Although everything looks nice. It's not bad. This is an A movement, I'm pretty sure. Actually, it's a B. Okay, so this is a hacking version of this movement. This was later in the production of the 6105 8000X. They did come with a hack, so this will hack, which is cool. Let's go ahead and get this fully powered. Get all the mainspring powered up, and then we're going to put it on the time grapher and have a look at its performance as it's sitting. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so it's time for interpretation. So, you know, lots of scatter in the signal, and what that says is that these numbers are way not even close to reality. This is a fantasy. The machine itself can't actually discern what is going on, so it just kind of poops out numbers that it thinks are real, but you can see the major variation in the rate just means that it has no trace to follow. These are basically trying to lock in on a signal. It's like a lock-in amplifier effectively, and it says, okay, this is what I'm expecting as my rate, or my number of beats per second at this set of parameters, and it just cannot find a signal, so it's just going to dump out whatever it thinks might be right. And you know, it's pretty messy. It's why it's here. It's here to get serviced. I have no idea what's causing this. It means the balance isn't really doing its job very well right now. And so what we can do is, of course, go through the standard process of looking at service, but we're going to have to look very closely at all the components and just see what's really causing some of this wild nature of the signal. So it's here to get serviced, and it definitely needs one. All right, let's get back to the bench. Okay, Ben. Well, you have what I would call a very nice cosmetic watch. This is a very clean example, really nice. It just, it's gonna need a service. I don't know what's really in there making the signal so poor, but it's got its needs, and it's an old watch, so we will get it better. That's what it's here for. I don't know the last service date, so all of the liquids and fluids and lubricants that were in there have probably dried to the point of being solid, or at least viscous, very viscous material. So it's probably really dragging down the performance a lot. Otherwise, it's a great looking piece. I think we're gonna end up with a beautiful watch in the end that runs fantastic. So we will get started as soon as I hear from you, and we'll get it on its way. So let me know about the crystal. If you want to change that for something a little more original in terms of material and profile, I'm happy to do that. I have crystals in stock to do that with, so I can do that if you want. If not, that's fine too. We can leave it as is, and I think it will still, look very well. I'll clean the crystal, of course. There has some scunge on the outer edge, but yeah, just let me know about those details, and we'll get things going. All right. Thank you, Ben. Thanks for watching.